Savage. Unfiltered.
What's up, WWE Universe? Guess what? SummerSlam, MetLife, 2 nights, and I will finally be hosting. And nobody better try me.
WWE SummerSlam, a 2-night event at MetLife Stadium. Scan the code to register for pre-sale information.
Whoa! Num 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 num. Num 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 num. Ah. Whoa.
Every day, the Fed prints an average of $465 million. That's 26,000 shipping containers a year, created out of thin air. Maybe that's why the dollar loses value over time. But there's one thing they can never print more of: Bitcoin. At the size of a quarter, this is all there will ever be. Shouldn't a store of value hold its value?
Has recently been turned into a feeling that some white and black people have who say they are damn tired of foolishness of some black people, the claims of racism from sunup to sundown, loud talking, fighting, and the list goes on. Not my list now, keep that in mind, but some people are tired of the complaints and don't give a damn. Here's what one TikTok user had to say about it.
Not racist, and I know y'all been told this is racist, but it's not. It's not racist to call black people out for their behavior and what they're doing to society at this moment. I'm glad people are noticing this because it's been so many years and it's finally catching up to y'all. I've been trying to tell y'all that white people are tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all too, but everybody, the world is getting sick of y'all and y'all's. I'm so glad this day is here. I've been trying to get out there that you people need help. It's me, but me and other black conservatives. We've been trying to warn society that this is what it's going to come to when y'all keep coddling black people.
All righty, are her feelings valid? Joining us to talk about it, Dr. Angela Jones, political analyst, Angela Box, activist, Eugene Howard, filmmaker Sean Welling, and conservative M. Williams. We want to thank you all for joining us here on The Factor. First of all, let's define what black fatigue is supposed to be, Dr. Jones.
Black fatigue is supposed to be just and I'm trying to make it as short as possible. Basically, society is saying that they're tired of how black people are blaming things that have happened to us historically in the past on what's happening today. And they are also now adding different things that they have seen in society to that behavior as well. As she said, like loud mouthing or maybe, using certain words or certain behaviors in public. So that's basically the definition in a short sense.
Welcome back to a podcast not like the rest, where we deliver nothing but savaged and uncut content.
Where did I go?
From a loft-style studio in Tampa, brings a show so raw and uncut we mean.
No filter on Savaged, Unfiltered, Savaged.
Hey, what is up, guys? What is up? I got a good one today for you guys. We're going to talk about just what the hell this black fatigue is. That's right, guys. What is black fatigue? I'm going all over social media trying to understand this, what it's about, why these people are acting radicalized on social media, out in public, and we got to dive deep into this, guys. Definitely got to let's just dive into this topic, right? I mean, because this is getting to be out of control. It really is. It needs to be looked at. Where people, in America are acting literally, I want to use the word radicalized, but then again, as you know, a podcaster, a content creator, and such, I'll be smeared at with those comments. So there has to be another word for it. Emotionally imbalanced, uh, neurotic, entitled. That's something good to be looked at, right? They feel that they're entitled. They're entitled to literally cause mayhem and distress in our communities. And folks, it has to stop. So we're going to dive deep into this topic, guys. We are, but guys, before we get into today's program here, I want to say thank you to some really, really good sponsors here. First and foremost, to the show, I want to say thank you to Bucked Up. Right, that's right, guys. At Bucked Up, they are literally a nutrition company for all you bodybuilders out there, weightlifters, health freaks, right? This is literally the company for you guys. By joining them today, as a little treat from the show, guys, we are going to give you 3 samples of any award-winning formula of them, of any 12 flavors on their website. A little gift from us of Savage Unfiltered to you guys. By scanning this QR code today, you are going to get 3 sample sticks and the shaker as well too, guys. Like I said, scan the QR code and it's my gift to you, the listener, by checking them out today. The only thing I ask is if you pay the little shipping and handling, I think, what is it, Tibbs? Like $3? $3, guys. $3. Normally, if you just buy 3 sticks from Bucked Up, it's going to cost you roughly about like $30 plus the shipping and handling. You're going to pay like close to $40 for quality products, but it's worth it, guys. It really is. Check them out today, okay? And when you do, make sure you tell them Savaged from the Savage Unfiltered show sent you. And after you get your 3 samples in the mail, guys, and if you like them, we're going to give you another promo. That's right, guys. By checking them out even more. By using our promo code SAVAGED1. And that promo is good for any one of their products on their website. Scan the QR code today, guys, and check them out. You're really gonna be impressed. So, back to the show, guys. We're talking about this this black fatigue that's going literally viral on social media. What is it? What is it about? Why are people acting emotionally? Right? People are literally causing chaotic craziness in the country today with this. All right. And you're going to understand why and why it's coming to this point. Well, I was reading a book, guys, titled Black Fatigue. And I want to pull this up here because I'm going to basically kind of go over this book here that I actually decided to pick up the Kindle version on Amazon with this. And the book is called Black Fatigue: How Racism Erodes the Mind, Body, and Spirit. And this was actually written by Mary Frances Winters. And it's a best-selling book amongst conservatives, Democrats, and just about everyone out there here in America. It's basically conversations we can't talk about literally at work and anywhere in society, because you know how we live in a very sensitive society, guys, where if you say one thing, people are going to look at you like, how rude. That's racist. I decided to take the train, and you're gonna understand what I mean by this, guys. I actually decided to take the train this morning in the city, and I overheard a conversation a couple seats over from me, basically with young college kids. And this is what I'm talking about with just the fatigue part, right? And they weren't black individuals, guys. They were actually, if it matters, they were actually white. So I guess you could say it was white fatigue, throwing a little humor in there. But I overheard two young white college individuals literally carrying out a conversation with an individual wearing clothing and how the clothing represented racism. Yeah. A young college kid she must have been like maybe 19, 20 years old, probably still, within the first couple of years of college. And she's basically saying that the person that she was talking to uh, in a Starbucks as she's basically, doing her studies and, stuff like that, while in the Starbucks, the person represented a racist of the clothing he was wearing. Immediately average me, right? Average Michael would want to jump in the conversation and say, well, how is it racist? What type of clothing was he wearing? I mean, I can understand if he was wearing like a Ku Klux Klan outfit, right? And he had the hat and everything was presented. Yeah, it's a little racist, I mean, it's it's a little derogatory. I get it. But I mean, this is the society we've come to, guys. Literally, and it literally it's out of control, you know. And when is it going to stop? When is this going to stop, guys? Because we're on the topic, I've decided to kind of throw out, some notifications to my social media accounts, guys. So we're going to throw some like little snippets in as you guys are probably listening to us through our social media feeds of X, Twitch, and Rumble. Feel free, guys, to get the comments in. I'll plug them as we go. But, this show is going to be aired through the snippets. So the whole show won't be aired, obviously. You'll have to catch the full format on Spotify. But a little treat for you guys because of the topic. This topic is growing national headlines all over America. Guys, check out these videos of where this black fatigue is actually growing. Some of the people, guys, are out of control, literally out of control. You're going to see why and what I mean by this. This is a woman here. I'm not really sure exactly. I think it's in like an airport or something. Oh, okay. Frontier Airlines. Yeah. This is a woman right here, guys, literally carrying out like a maniac. Check this video.
Well, I can tell you we won't play this game all day because that ain't going to happen. You're banned from TSA, so you can't fly through here. You can go to another airport, okay?
You are banning me for anything trespassing or anything that has to be on documents.
So you want to go down that trespass road?
You can.
Right here.
Okay, you have to have probable cause. What is the probable cause of trespassing?
Causing a disturbance.
Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Don't grab on me. Don't grab on me. Don't grab on me. They got me. They got us.
Yeah, put it on pause there for a minute. So I'm actually looking at the video here, right? We decided to play it back. I'm gonna, do a little commentary here, guys. This is a woman here. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. Well, listen. I'm sure it wouldn't have not gone into that level in that predicament if the woman would just lightly cooperate with the airport staff, right? I'm sure there was security there and TSA. If she would just cooperate, all right, and leave peacefully, there wouldn't be an altercation between both of them. And this is exactly what you're seeing, folks. You're seeing this all over the place in our society. You're seeing people act like this erratically. And why? What is the purpose for it? Why are people getting into this type of behavior? What's the point of it? You know, I question a lot of these videos, including some behavior, you know, with the train that I just mentioned earlier in the program here, with people acting literally like, uh, I guess you could say, like, not within a center balance of a mindset. I mean, I'm trying to like put my head and wrap around like why they get like this or why they act like this. I think it has a lot to do with entitlement. It has a lot to do with maybe their upbringing in life or and everything else. But there's another thing I like to bring in here. That I'm seeing through this black fatigue is the race card. And oh boy, let's get right into this, race card rejected, and here's my question to you guys, the listeners. Is the race card literally maxed out, like with their rhetoric of where they get or why they act like this? Right? Seriously. That's a question you need to ask. Like, is this going to be an ongoing thing, guys, with why they get like this? Because clearly, folks, okay, and you're going to understand where I'm getting at with this. Clearly, these people have clear issues. Literally, they have major issues of why they act like this. Okay? They want to bring in the race card, and then they feel that their race is being rejected because they're a certain color or they're a certain ethnicity. Folks, it has nothing to do with your color or your ethnicity or your background or your roots or wherever you came from. If you're going to act like an idiot in society, well, you're going to be treated like an idiot in society. Seriously, that's how I was taught when I was a kid. If you're going to act like a buffoon, literally, and yelling and screaming and carrying on and, and all that, well, you're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for embarrassments. You're setting yourself up for possibly jail time if you decide to loot and, steal and carrying on and destroy public and personal property. Yeah, folks, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. But they want to carry that out, folks. Like, oh, it's the race. It's the race. It's my race. My race is to be blamed for all of it. Guys, I want to get more into this here, but I got to get a quick break, guys. We'll be right back after these short words. Don't go anywhere.
Savage, unfiltered.
I thought it was pretty good. Look at that. Caked up on a Thursday morning. What's up, guys? My name's Trey. Welcome to the workout of the week. I'm going to take you through my arm workout. The products I'm taking today are the BAMP 100 series and Pumpocalypse. These are my favorites to get the best pump for an arm workout, get those veins going, and to get the blood pumping. Let's start with triceps. I like starting with triceps because I don't really know why. Oh my gosh, why is that so hard to move? We'll start with tricep pull downs. This is my favorite movement to start with just because it fully activates the triceps right away, and it's just the easiest way to get the blood flowing in the triceps. You want to lean over just a little bit, and then maybe stick your butt out just a little bit. So when you go down, you want your elbows to stay in the same position, and you want to pull out. So like with these, you want to go outwards, like that. So I usually do 3 sets. So I do 2 regular working sets, and then my third set is a drop set. I work up weight, and then on my drop set, I go as many as I can, and then when I'm starting to fatigue, I drop down weight, and then I just burn out. Can't forget my shaker, of course. So with this movement, it's just another variation of a tricep extension, push down. I just started doing this movement like not very long ago, but it's completely changed my tricep workouts. Like my triceps are cooked after this movement. It's really great, honestly. The biggest thing here is basically to isolate the cables. So you're gonna go cross body, this cable in your left hand, this cable in your right hand. The biggest thing here is just one, isolation like the last one. It's really good not to swing through the movement, just because if you swing through, you're taking all the tension, all the resistance off your elbows and you're swinging it through your body. So just make sure you're not swinging, make sure you're isolated, and you'll be chilling. It's gonna be great. Okay, so bend over, butt out just a little bit, and just through the motion. I also do 3 sets for this. I shoot for 8 to 10, 2 working sets, and then my last set is a drop set, like the other one. It just makes sure that your triceps are fully worked, because you don't want to leave the gym with like a mid pump. Like, that's lame. How I decide that I'm failing is if you literally can't move it anymore. So I'll like go through a movement, whatever, and then if I can't go full anymore, I'll do half reps. I'll just push through here. And if I can't move the cables anymore, then you're done, you can call it.
Dude, that fresh cut.
Yeah, it's fresh. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate it. Some I like to finish with on my tricep day are just single arm pull downs. I think it's the easiest way to just absolutely destroy your tricep on the end of a tricep day. You're obviously not gonna go super heavy. You have no attachment, it's just the cable. You're gonna bend over, lean over just a little bit, stick your butt out, and then you're just gonna pull through. But you're gonna go until you can't anymore. And then right after you're done with your first arm, you'll just go straight to your second arm. And then I like to rest like 30, 45 seconds in between. So while you're doing your second arm and you finish, you can just go straight to your other arm and get going. And then on a third set, you're gonna wanna burn out. Like, you'll drop it down, maybe one little section, and you'll just keep going. So that's what I like to do to finish out my tricep day. So yeah, wait till we get to biceps, it's gonna be sick. Okay, so right here, we're just gonna be doing dumbbell curls. This is what I usually start my bicep day out with. I mean, it's just a curl, so it's fantastic. But main thing to focus on here. So what I like to picture in my mind is like I'm scooping up sand in my hand, because you don't want them like hanging, because then you're taking out the tension from your bicep. So you want to keep your wrist strong, and you'll just want to scoop through it like this. One thing I like to do is when I curl, I'll go up like this, and then I'll turn it this way and go down like this. It's very important to do slow and controlled. It adds tension on your biceps when you go slower movement down, and it's just gonna tire out your biceps more. So for these, I like to do 3 sets. It's basically 3 sets for everything. 2 working sets and then a drop set for my third set. Always do a drop set. It just absolutely cooks your muscles. Holy crap, I'm out of breath. So another one of my favorite movements for biceps is just another variation of the bicep curl. It's just with a barbell. I really like doing it with the barbell just because it takes a lot of tension out of the shoulders. You can kind of catch yourself from cheating a little better with like a barbell than you would a dumbbell. It's just like easier to catch yourself. So I like to place my pinkies like on the edge of the grain right here. So I'll place my pinkies right there. So you bring your hands out, go up, slow down, up, slow down. With this workout and any workout, just push yourself until you can. I mean, if you're wanting to go to the gym and see changes, you're gonna wanna go until failure. So just push yourself until you can. Don't hurt yourself, but get big, lift heavy, let's go. All right, guys, that was my workout of the week. Thanks for joining me. Arms are low-key cooked right now, which is fantastic. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow us here on YouTube, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
How many times do you think you said stick your butt out?
What I like to do is I like to bend over just a little bit, stick my butt out just a little bit, maybe stick your butt out just a little bit, stick your butt out.
This isn't just another book. It's a deep dive into the heart of America's political turmoil, America's political warfare, our modern civil war. By Michael Gardner. Picture this: drama, intensity, and a raw, unfiltered look at the issues that shape our nation today. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the chaos in politics, this book cuts through the noise and brings clarity. You'll find yourself nodding along, feeling understood as Gardner breaks down the complexities of our current civil landscape. And guess what? If you're a Kindle Unlimited member, you can grab it today at an incredible 73% off. So, don't miss out. Scan the QR code and dive into this must-read now. You won't regret it.
Savaged, uncut. This is what black fatigue looks like.
I'm just trying to get my sandwich, bro.
This is why people are tired of black people. We can't even take y'all to fucking Subway to order a sandwich without y'all arguing and trying to fight each other. Black people like to think that the world revolves around them. That you've got to wait on black people. We got to get ours first. I'm going to handle my business. I don't care about anybody else's shit. I got to sit back and yell and scream and holler and act like I'm a little girl rather than a grown woman in a restaurant. This is another reason for why people don't take black women seriously, because they act like this. I don't care who was wrong in the situation. Both of you are hood rats acting like two children. This is the main reason for why I'm not even talking about white people, but a lot of minorities in this country are tired of black people because they have to deal with this on a daily basis. They have to go to restaurants and go to schools and go to parties and go anywhere. And this is the kind of behavior they see from black people. We take up a bunch of space, we sit back and we put all of our business out there for everyone to hear. And then when someone says something, oh, they in the wrong. Who the fuck are you? You need to mind your own business. You made it everyone's business when you came outside to act a fucking fool today. So don't be surprised when someone wants to say something about it.
Oh, wow. I mean, the guy is right. The guy is right. Right? I mean, like my good friend out in California there, Ray Dustar, you call a spade, right? Sorry, Ray, I steal that from you. Hope you don't mind. But I mean, the guy's right. I mean, don't expect to be called out, when you're acting like a jackass in modern society. No one wants to see that shit when they're sitting down with their family, their girlfriend, their wife, maybe their kids along the way, and you have these crazy... He used the term hood rats. Oh, we were not going to go into that. But I mean, they're acting like them. They're acting like that. And they're carrying around, they're carrying out themselves, they're standing on furniture, maybe like a little wall that's near the outside seating area, and they're shouting and they're going crazy. Guys, I think I finally figured it out, by the way, right? Why they act this way. I have some friends. Yeah, I have friends, guys. Even my co-host on the show here, Joseph M. Leonard, we call him Raging Joe. He's not on the show today. He's doing some other projects, but he'll be back next week. We even say the same thing about myself. Savage has friends. Yeah, I have friends. But I have some friends in high-end places, and I spoke to a friend that has a PhD, and we went into this study here with adrenaline fatigue, and I think that's what the main cause of what you're seeing of this black fatigue is the adrenaline built up. It goes into a rage. Beyond levels of comprehension that we can't even understand because we're not on their level. And when the adrenaline mixes with the high levels of mental illness, hence the term black fatigue. That's what you're getting, folks. So this is what my friend and I had kind of came to, a scenario and a diagnosis of what we're seeing. Okay. And we were sitting down, we're actually examining a lot of the videos and, and the pictures and images that you see on social media, right? Which there are a lot, folks. A lot of, there's a lot of fucking content out there that's, with this shit. And this is exactly what we're seeing with this black fatigue. And I'm going to get into it. It seems like, everyone wants to talk about the black fatigue, but no one's really not talking about the buildup towards it, which is called adrenaline fatigue. And it's pretty easy to see why, folks. The conditions are extremely common, yet hard to pin down the symptoms, including the fatigue, body aches, trouble sleeping, the dark circles under your eyes. And the fatigue will wrap around that adrenaline fatigue, right? And what it does is it basically it wraps it up so tight, right, around the muscles of your body to where, you can't counteract the conditions that your body is actually experiencing. Some people, let me backtrack that. Some people actually can counteract their emotions better than others. Usually ones that have, stronger self-esteem, stronger, what's the word? I was going to go somewhere with it, but I want to use layman's terms so you can understand. You remember as a kid, you probably hear this from your grandma or maybe, your mother or father that was born, below 1960, obviously, or even the 70s for that matter. They would use thick skin. People usually with thick skin will literally, it can go right over their head or, through one ear out the other. Old expression would hear, right? Some people have the ability to let things go. And some people, well, they don't have that ability. And everything is, everything is easily triggered with them. And emotions run high with them. And they can't slow down. They just can't, folks. It's just like everything in the world bothers them. They're offended by everything. Everybody is either a racist, a bigot, a homophobe, and that's what you're seeing today in society. And what's the cause of this? Well, we're going to dive deep into it, folks, because that's what my show is about. Now, I want to play a video here, guys, with this individual here. It was a talk show. It was from MSNBC, I believe. I actually dug it up. Oh, yeah, I was right. I just guessed it. MSNBC. A one-on-one with Representative LaMonica McKeever. I think that's how you say her last name. Guys, help me out in the chat. I think it's McKeever. Those that are paying attention here on the live stream. We're doing a little treat, guys. We normally do it on Tuesdays, but you're getting a treat here. Check this video out, guys.
About what happened on that day. When you look back at video, I'm sure you were just digesting it all in the moment when you were doing all those interviews that day. You've probably talked to your colleagues. As you've pieced together what happened, did you even know who you were surrounded by at the time?
It was fast. It happened so fast. I was just talking about this with Rep. Bonnie Watson the other day. We were on a segment together, and they were playing the video back, and we were just talking about how it was so disheartening to see that, episode. It was a very tense situation. We were trying to ask questions, trying to get explanation from the officials that were there, and it was just so chaotic. And ICE and Homeland Security definitely escalated the situation, caused the chaos and the confrontation, and it just was so unnecessary. So it was really hard to play the videos back. It's very hard to watch.
Hold on. What was very hard? What was very hard to play back the videos? First of all, stop with your damn. I'm gonna get a little savaged here, guys. Okay, I hope you don't mind. Most of you would probably appreciate the hell out of it. But, sometimes we get some liberals and leftists and socialists and fascists in this program, and it's okay. I welcome everybody. Sometimes they have to hear my opinion because facts matter, folks. First of all, she goes on the show with Peppermint Patty there, Jen Psaki. And by the way, the ratings are doing terrible with her. I looked at the ratings the other day with her, and I mean, I think they're low as shit, aren't they, Tibbs? Oh, my God. She'll be the next one to be canceled and replaced by another radical nut job. But, you know, she's going on this show to basically saying it was hard. It was hard. It was uneased. My emotions were running rampant because we're there at the prison there and we're trying to do what's best for these migrants. They don't even say illegals, folks. They just say migrants because it's not in their narrative card to say illegals. It's true. You'll never hear an illegal come out of a Democrat's mouth, or at least the Democrats that we've come to see today in 2025. But she's on the show and she's like, you know, it's very hard that I was pushed back. Pushed back. You were pushed back because, first of all, it's a prison, lady. It's a prison that is housing very, very dangerous and unhinged individuals that should be there in the first place. What did you bring, a cake and some fruit punch to these people and say, here, on behalf of the Democratic Party of America, we are here to help you? This is the emotions, folks, that we're seeing in America, and I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with people like these representatives, right? I'm fed up with it. And this is what leads us to black fatigue and regular adrenaline fatigues in that matter. I don't even like using the word fatigue, black fatigue, right? Let's just use the term adrenaline fatigue. An emotional imbalanced, because that's what these people are becoming. Craziness, in my personal opinion, literally. Now, some of you folks are going to understand here, but before I go to that part, right, I'm getting a little ahead of myself because I'm fired up today here on the program. You know, people like these representatives, and then the mayor of Newark, New Jersey, being arrested. Arrested. Oh, yeah. The mayor of Newark, New Jersey was arrested, like a week ago, for going up to the prison there in Newark, New Jersey, where some illegals were being housed and incarcerated and jailed for their sentences. Harsh crimes, too. Harsh crimes. But we all understand why they were going there. They weren't going there to show compassion. They weren't going there to show sympathy. They were going there as a campaign push to buy the votes. Not only am I saying this, but a lot of podcasters out there are calling it out. Alex Jones, right? Hodge twins. We all see it. We all see what's going on in America. This is the fatigue we're talking about, folks. Check this out. For all of you guys wanting to know what the term is, black fatigue is a term used to describe the physical, emotional, and psychological toll of systematic racism on black people. It's a feeling of exhaustion that comes from the constant need to navigate a world where they feel systematic discrimination and naturalism, as well as the constant need to explain their experiences to others who may not understand or acknowledge their suffering. First of all, understanding your suffering would probably come from if you were a child. Maybe it has a lot to do with your upbringing. Your mother didn't pay attention to you. You didn't have the father in the household. So you weren't getting what I call the center balanced. you get what I also call the seesaw effect. Nothing's balanced, folks. Right? Supposed to get 4 principles, I believe, and it is my own personal opinion. And a lot of you guys will probably agree with those 4 basic principles between the two parents. Nurture and caring you get from the mother. Respect and dignity you get from the father. Well, the end result, folks, leads to individuals acting emotionally and radically in our modern society that we have today. Fast forward 20 years later, there's the ending result. If they're only getting nurture and caring from the mother and they're not getting dignity and respect from the father, well, they're not respecting themselves later in life, and they're not respecting modern society and people around them. And they act like this, and they carry on, and they go into charades of ridiculous nonsense. This is what literally our society is becoming to. Literally. Craziness. Guys, before we continue the show, I do want to direct your attention here to the program here on the screen if you're viewing us on video. Guys, we're going to be up in the Tarleton area of Pittsburgh, little suburb about 25, 30 minutes north of the city. And including myself, the gentleman you see on the left-hand side of the graphic is Jeff Davila. He's the owner of the club. He will actually be hosting myself and a good friend of mine from B-Raw Podcast, Walt Blau, will be joining us. Guys, tickets are still available, but they are selling out quick. You guys can catch us in 2 formats. Live in living color with myself, wow, see, I'm so excited. I forgot what the hell I'm doing there for a minute. I do that from time to time. I apologize, guys. Myself, right? You also see Rage and Joe. He'll be joining us digitally from Detroit, from his neck of the woods. And the host of B-Raw Podcast, Walt Blau. See, there we go. Got to tone it down a little bit, like my friend Joe says. Bring it down a little bit, Savage, so you don't forget things. It happens to the best of us. So scan this QR code, guys. You'll get all the ticket information available in 2 formats, live in person, or you can check out the live streaming on their website at Podiddy. So enough of that, guys. Well, before, I hope to see you guys out there. But enough of that, guys. Let's get back to the program. So, what is going on in our society? Well, here's something more to kind of understand a little bit more of this black fatigue here, right? Or what I like to call it, adrenaline fatigue, because their emotions are going out of control and they can't even comprehend their own brain activity. So they act like wild animals in society. This is more of it, guys. Key facts of what you're seeing. Small acts of aggression or disrespect, which I just labeled out, that you need from the father, right? To respect yourself, you also have to respect society. You're also seeing, guys, in these facts that these can include, right, overt racism and chaos, right? They used another term, but I'm going to use the term chaos because that's what you're seeing. And the constant need to assert one's worth in the face of the systematic bias, right? They always go to that. Don't you see that, guys? Whenever you see somebody in society or out in public, they always go to that one little key point there, what I just labeled. The constant need to assert their worth in the face of the systematic bias that comes along with it, right? Or another thing, entitled. They feel entitled all the time. You're not entitled for nothing in this world. The only thing that you're entitled for is to keep yourself afloat, but don't bring others down along with it, because no one or nobody will never agree with your terms. Here's another thing. The need to prove your worth. That kind of goes along what I just mentioned. Now, also, too, with these black individuals that you're seeing often feel the need to constantly demonstrate their value to overcome the stereotypes and their expectations, meaning that they want to throw it in your face that you're wrong and they're right all the time. Well, I could be wrong, and the others could be wrong, but it doesn't necessarily give them the right to constantly slam it in our face. And then lastly, I'll read you these last things, and then I think y'all understand what I'm getting by this. The exposure to news about injustice and violence. Oh, you've seen that a little bit towards the shootings, right? In the summer of love riots, right? Black Lives Matter, Antifa. That's leading all to what we're discussing here on the show, right? And the constant exposure. Well, we read that, right? Yeah. To the violence, the racial injustice, that can also lead to emotionally draining and contribute to their feelings of hopelessness and fatigue. Folks, this is exactly what I'm referring to. And it needs to stop. It really needs to stop. Check this clip out. Good friends there, the Hodge twins, having some fun on their social media account there of discussing the same thing. I love those guys. Great comedians that turned into political comedians in my aspect. Guys, check this out.
Savaged, uncut.
Black people got a problem. You can train them. You can train a black man to be a physician. You can train him to be an astrophysicist. You can train him to be a lawyer, but you can't train him to understand the world. He doesn't know. Black people had Africa, that big old continent over there. They never built one boat that was seaworthy. Not one. There's not one monument in Africa, in all of Africa. I know you're talking about Egypt. Egypt is not Africa.
There's Arabic people up there. Yeah. When you think of Africa, you think sub-Sahara.
Even before the first colonization of white people, black men built nothing. No sewer system. No houses above one level. And none of them made out of stone. All of them made out of grass and wood. And forget about Zimbabwe and South Africa, Nigeria. Look at what y'all have done in Harlem. You can't even hold on to Harlem. There's something wrong with the black man's mind. There's something wrong with his mind. He does not understand the world. And black women, what's wrong with y'all? Your men treat you like they're dogs, like your dogs. They walk all over you. They make you pay the bills at home. You are crazy.
I mean, what's one thing he said that you disagree with? If I was sitting in this church, I think I'd put $10,000 in the collection plate.
Oh my God. That's what it's becoming, folks. Pastor, I give him credit. He's right. He's right. No wonder the women there are going crazy. Their men are destroying their mindsets. Maybe the sex isn't right. They're not taking care of the kids. They're not picking them up for school, bringing them to daycare. My God, now I understand why they're going crazy. Mainly it's the women. The women are acting like this. You never see men acting and portraying black fatigue. It's always the women. The women are going nuts because their men are destroying their minds. Oh my God! Literally, thank you, Tibbs, for the graphic here. It has evolved, right? Potential baby buddies, no child support, Section 8, WIC, SNAP, disability, spending $1,000 on fake nails and hair, right? Trespass from over 70 local businesses. I mean, literally, What else is on there? Oh, my favorite. Regularly shoplifts and gets niggerish for following laws prevention. My God. Oh, my God. Lives in the same ghetto as the past generations of their family. That's right. That's right. It's, tell me if it's not right. But, they also have 2 volume settings, loud and really, really fucking loud. What do I mean by that, folks? You ever go on the city train or in the basically the local bus, and normal respected people that live amongst society and have to kind of socialize and stuff, will put some headphones on or buds, right? And they'll listen to their music or, the video or whatever, TikTok videos, and they'll just go through, right? Respectfully, minding their business. But the ones that are suffering from this adrenaline fatigue, they have to blast the fucking music. Literally blast it. And if they're not getting attention, you'll see this with their phones. They'll put the volume up as loud as humanly possible. So you have no choice to listen to their music or their video or whatever they're showing. The adrenaline fatigue, folks, it's a real thing. Literally, it's a real thing. And this is America of what we're seeing. This is plasterboards of how they're influencing this adrenaline fatigue. Trust black women and all this other stuff. Literally, folks. It's why I wrote the book about 2 years ago now. America's Political Warfare, Our Modern Civil War. This is of what is becoming in America. Media conglomerates, mainstream, and some of us podcasters, for that matter, right? The radical ones are literally influencing the shit out of this every single day. This is what it is coming to. With poster boards and picket signs. The time is always right to do what is right. Listen, I get free speech, freedom to assemble and voice out what is maybe bothering the heart or, funneling in a cloud up there in the brain. I get it. But what you don't have a right is to literally plaster it in front of everyone that doesn't support it. That needs to stop. It does. It needs to stop, folks. When is it going to stop? Literally. When? And something else, too, of calls, literally calls of mayhem to our own elected officials from these people, such as President Trump. Oh, yeah. There was a thing with President Trump on Black fatigue, that I seen quite recently here on social media. I'm going to get into that, guys. Don't go anywhere. I got to get my last break in, but you're going to want to hear this because I thought it was kind of interesting of what Trump had to basically say about Black fatigue because he made a quick little comment in the White House to certain individuals. And I want to kind of go over that real quick before we lose time. But guys, I got to get a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Love you guys. Get those comments and we'll plug them in. Appreciate it. Be right back after these short words.
Savage, unfiltered.
Let me tell you about Doritos' new AI
Can't
flavor.
talk. Oh, hey. Hi, I'm Will Ferrell, and here at Doritos, we believe in science. That's why we've teamed up with ChatGPT to bring you not only the most advanced chip in the world, but quite possibly the answer for world peace. Now, I get it. AI is evil, and I still use carrier pigeons, but why? Studies show that AI Doritos will get you laid as simple as that. You promise me one thing, Dorito. Now, most people think that AI will give you weird fingers. Those people are still watching Friends. Do you think this is a normal Dorito? Well, you're wrong. We've done several studies. I spent 1 year in isolation. We tested it in extreme conditions. We even tested it on monkeys, and we even tested it on the moon. We tested it on your grandmother, and she liked it. So this Super Bowl, buy Doritos, or I'll have to go back to my job at Foot Locker.
Aliens.
UFO detected.
Come on, man!
Dorito.
Dorito!
Yeah,
Confrontation, President Trump ambushing the president of South Africa.
Up next, another Oval Office meltdown. President Trump ambushing the president of South Africa.
President Trump is being accused of conducting something of a diplomatic ambush of South Africa's president in the Oval Office.
To be with you, I'm Katie Tur. President Trump orchestrated another Oval Office ambush today.
Today, Donald Trump meeting with the president of South Africa and attempting to ambush and humiliate that leader.
Zelensky territory, where essentially he was a bit ambushed inside the Oval Office.
Felt like an ambush in there, kind of like the President Zelensky meeting in the Oval Office.
This was an ambush. It was orchestrated.
Cyril Ramaphosa brought his best diplomatic self to this meeting, but nothing could have prepared him for this multimedia ambush.
What started as, to some degree, an ambush.
Well, Katie, I mean, it wasn't ambush.
Ambush.
Ambushed. Ambush.
An ambush.
Ambushing.
Ambushed inside the Oval Office.
You know, guys, what's leading to this next segment here of the podcast, this adrenaline fatigue, not only from, a certain class of people, but we're seeing it with media. I mean, no wonder President Trump, is trying to, avoid and dodge the media as best as humanly possible. When you have outlets like these constantly attacking, using race baiting tactics. South Africa. You notice the script, folks, is literally identical with every outlet that I just showed. CNN, MSNBC, ABC, NBC, CBS. As we close it up, guys, when I was a kid, I remember news not delivering bias remarks on anybody. They delivered the news. And I've said it countless times over and over and over on this show. That's what news was supposed to be, and still is supposed to be to this day. Reporting the news, maybe the weather, world news if there's time, and that's it. No biased comments or content or any of that matter. Whereas news has gone and media mainstream has gone today is literally, it's gone to levels of chaoticness. I'm trying to use the words. Chaoticness. Destruction. Mayhem. Literally. It leads me to this point here that I wanted to basically discuss here soon here. With President Trump on all this. He made a small comment on, this, some are calling it, black fatigue, but it really is adrenaline fatigue, because the fatigue, folks, has gone so far out of direction, and these poor, I don't even feel sorry for them anymore. They could help themselves, but they choose not to. A little thing that my grandmother would say, God rest her soul, she would always say, it's a good thing that we have nut houses in this country. I think the nut houses have to come back. They do. They have to come back to clean up our streets and clean up our society, to get these maniacs out of our presence. But President Trump did, this is the hate I'm talking about. When is it going to stop? When is this going to stop in America? When are people like this, these radicalized, dangerous individuals in America, going to stop spewing the hate? They have a disease, folks. It's called destruction, mayhem, and chaos that's literally swimming in their brains. And we need to bring back the nut houses and the mental asylums to get these people like what I have in the graphic off our streets and stop literally orchestrating and demonstrating hate We're not demonstrating the hate. The ones that have to listen to it, we have to sadly put up with it because some of our elected officials won't do a damn thing about it, both on the state and federal level. But it's very easy, folks. You're not violating their free speech or their rights. Get them off the streets. They're a danger to our society, and they're a danger to others, bystanders that have to put up with it. Some of these people are blocking traffic. They're causing mayhem in businesses. Some businesses, I'm told from friends that I have living all over the country, tell me that some businesses have to close down because of people like this, because they're losing profit, because no one wants to go to their restaurant or their place of business because people are portraying in this behavior. This is the hate that needs to stop. What's Trump have to say on the adrenaline fatigue? My graphic guy here, Tibbs, he put on black fatigue. Tibbs, I think we should have went with adrenaline fatigue because that's what we're seeing. So I was going to call the episode black fatigue, but I think the better direction for it would be adrenaline fatigue, buddy. So, as we're kind of discussing it a little bit, it's adrenaline fatigue, and it's a real poison of a toxin in this nation. Trump made this small comment with it, basically saying that he will not stand on it. He will not support it, and he will literally get with every member, both in the state and federal level, congresswomen, congressmen, state representatives, mayors, regular state of elected officials, and organize a task force that basically can go in the right direction to possibly hold these people accountable. And I'm glad that he's doing it. He's made a small comment on it about a couple weeks ago, and he's made some slight comments on it. But I hope and I pray that it does happen. Because that's a real poison and disease in this country is this radicalism, because it's leading to socialism. Which socialism, guys, is a cousin to communism, and you don't want that in this nation. You don't want it in this nation. You don't. And if anybody that's for it, you're a damn fool, and you don't know your history. You really don't. There's another video here, guys. With you gotta see these videos, guys. Spread them, put them out. Make them go viral, because this is exactly the hate that needs to stop. Whoopi Goldberg, another one, orchestrating it with some of the dialogue of what we're talking about today. Check this video out, guys.
So, South African President Ramaphosa paid a visit to the White House yesterday, which turned into a surprise presentation on conspiracy theories of a white genocide in his country. Take a look.
What the hell are you talking about?
People that feel they're being persecuted and they're coming to the United States. So we take from many locations if we feel there's persecution or genocide going on. We do allow them to take land.
Nobody can
take land. And then when
land.
they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
Yeah.
No, there is
nothing happens to them.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now
The farmers are black. The farmers are not black.
Hold on, put that on pause. Thank you. Whoopi, if you paid attention to the actual interview here with President Trump and I believe it was at the South African president there, I believe, if I had correct, don't hold me to, I think it was, yeah. He's basically going through facts, but like a true leftist liberal will do is twist it and spin it as far as they can. That's the party they've become. the movement that they become now in America. President Trump wasn't talking anything bad about it. He's laying facts down of what's happening in South Africa. The majority of those living in South Africa are mainly white and of British descent. Majority of it. Listen to more of it, guys. You got to listen to it because these are facts. This is not narrative. This is not agenda. I'm not doing this on the show. I don't do that. Listen to more of it as we kind of close up and wrap up the show today.
I don't say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black.
Oh my God! So between Zelensky and this, why would world leaders continue to come to the White House?
Okay, well, first of all, this is the problem with getting all your information from Laura Loomer and Elon Musk. Yeah. Because this is what they're going to deal.
No, you dumbass. Has nothing to do with Laura Loomer or Elon Musk. So stop blaming Musk. Musk is not part of the administration anymore. He kind of exited himself out voluntarily because idiots like you are pressuring the hell out of him. Jackasses.
40 a year, far less than 1% of total murders. The rest are all black people. So there's no genocide going on. There's a crime problem.
No genocide.
But the thing he's talking about.
Yeah. Put that on. Yeah. What I'm talking about is, idiots like this that are pushing it. Yeah. There is more crime statistically and violence within the black community. Going back, if you wrap up your heads with history and knowledge and education, you will understand why that is the way it is. Because going back, maybe you should listen to my show, my podcast, and you'll understand. And others like us, well, you'll understand and you'll be educated for once in your fucking miserable life. Because there is only one parent raising the child. They're not getting the other lesson and the other life lesson they're supposed to get from the father. That's why they become what they become later in life. Violent criminals, homeless, and radical individuals later in life. That's why. Listen, learn, observe, and you will be fine. I promise you. Listen to more of this idiot.
And with compensation,
and return,
they will take the land occasionally back. So what he did is he took two little seeds and just did his own thing with that. He was completely false and wrong.
Yeah, it just, look,
spin.
I'll just say it like this. I made movies in South Africa. I've been in South Africa.
No one gives a shit, Whoopi.
You sent my sons to South Africa.
To talk to people that I know who still live there. There's no white genocide. Okay? There's not a genocide happening.
There is a genocide happening in South Africa, you simple-minded asshole. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting a little unfiltered, but I'm going to say it as it is. There is. These farmers, Whoopi, are getting slaughtered by the dozens. By gang members and terrorists that are in that area. Violent criminals are destroying and literally taking everything. They're taking their lives away from these people. Do you not understand? Stop spitting your stupid shit.
Is translators and interpreters. Yeah. And I would just implore the president, he was so critical of Joe Biden's withdrawal from Afghanistan. Stay true to what we owe the Afghans who fought with us and let them remain here. Yeah. Let them be safe. If you serve alongside U.S. forces, you have a right to refugee status in the United States.
Yeah.
Put that on pause, Tibbs. Tibbs always also acting as a side producer of my show. Thank you very much, Tibbs. Put this graphic up. Maybe these idiots will understand. You got the graphic up. Put the graphic up, please, and you'll understand. Stop spreading the hate. Stop it. You're doing it on the show. This is where it's coming from, folks. From individuals like this. It's dangerous. Stop it. Oh, Joy. Where's Joy?
Community? My God.
Listen, no, I don't. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I don't think so, because that finger has never gone down.
Okay.
Oh, shut her up. Shut her up. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear the refugees. Oh, we don't want to hear it. We want to hear your nonsense of stupid rhetoric and stupid bullshit. It's stupid. Really. That's why I have a book out called Shockcaster, because I'm not a broadcaster, folks. Scan the QR code. Thank you very much, Tibbs. Appropriate placement here within our show. Scan the QR code today, guys. It's available on Amazon.com in 2 formats, both ebook and softcover, and you'll get into a lot of depth of what made me start this show, this production, and everything that circulates around my content. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Back to the show as we kind of close things up. You know, I want to, you know, I want to educate people. I'm not on here to bash people. I'm not on here to shove it down their faces and say, "See, I told you so." But like idiots like this, we told you so. The roots of hate and where it comes from. People like this. My God. It's got to stop, folks. It's got to stop. Hopefully in our lifetime, right?
This had been a Truth Productions media episode. Thank you for listening.